Hi everybody, and we're back for tag 32. Now this one is Lazy Daisy. So I've got a daisy-ish tag, as you do, and I've got a bit of batting behind this lovely upholstery fabric, and I found this little bit of material with some daisies on, so I thought I'd like to put that down the side there. And as I last week was enjoying looking at the Suffolk puffs and realising it wouldn't work, I thought I'd find one, this antique one from Lace-O-Matic. Now this one I thought could go on this side somewhere, and it'll be alright, because if it hangs out a bit, that's okay. It's in keeping with my tags, which all sit this way and have bits sticking out the top, so it'll be the same. My, aren't the tags getting full now? How good are they? Really, what a wonderful project. Some days, of course, I think, and I'm not the only one, some days we just think, well, I'll speak for myself, I shouldn't speak for anyone else, but just sometimes I go, oh, can I have a break? Because I feel that I'm not coming up with fresh ideas. But you know what, in the end, when we see those tags all together, I think they're all going to look spectacular as a group. Alright, so that's doing that. I wanted to do some Lazy Daisies. I wanted to do some quite brightish colours, but I've got pinks and purples here, and I do use quite a bit of pink anyway, and Anne was using pink on hers as well. Alright. Maybe this might be a good colour to use. Hope everyone's well. Who wants an update? Well, here's an update. We're back in lockdown again. So there you go. We had a week or two off, which was really lovely. And now the cases have gone up. So we had I think we had everything quite well contained after the Sydney debacle. But now even Queensland's in lockdown too, and it turned out we were quite contained, so we had 00 numbers, and then all of a sudden one person had it but didn't know, and was for 7 days in the community. So she or he, I'm assuming it was a she, I think it was, I think they reported that it was a she, not that it matters, was out in the community visiting family, shared, has a flatmate, and is a teacher, so had been going into schools. I am just looking for my little, where is it? Alright, we seem to have lost the little thread helper. Disastrous. Alright, let's pick a needle that will work. Yes, so the teacher had been 7 days visiting a school, so, well, visiting, I mean teaching. No, that's not going to work. So that whole school went into lockdown, of course, but then they decided that because that teacher had so much contact with so many people, it was likely that we were going to have a problem. So we went from 0 cases, 00s, to 1, which was the teacher, and today it's 26 cases. So within all that's how quickly it can go over here in Australia. 0 to 26 in 2 days, and Let's come onto this one a bit perhaps. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to sew those sides down. Anyway, we come around, go back through the hole and up on their side. Now what I've noticed is people seem to do better at these little lazy daisies with them being a bit more open. Mine tend to be a bit, maybe I just pull them too tight. Don't know. I don't mind them with a little thin stitch there. So that's us down here. So we went into a snap 7-day lockdown. So today's day 2. And what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. But because it went so quickly to 26 cases, I very much suspect that we might end up being in lockdown for quite a long time. I don't think it'll be 7 days. So of course we've got all the same issues. All the people, poor people who have been put off because of work and have to go home and can't be at work, are still all struggling. I mean, the government's giving assistance, but there's still a lot of struggle for, you know, their rent and their food and their bills. Yes, anyway, that's in Melbourne today. That's what's going on. So what am I doing? Well, watching YouTubes. Lily came over and did her washing yesterday, even though it was first day and she probably wasn't meant to. We just cooked and we had a lovely day actually. She did her washing, but we cooked. We watched a movie. I went to the shop the day before. Oh, did that go in my tea? If it's not paint going in the cup of tea, it's the thread. Better have some. It might be wasted. Oh, that's so good. Anyway, the new guy got me some honey. Huss got me some honey, which was so you can get different types of honey. You can get different types of honey that are you know, just your shop bought crappy version. And you can get honey like the Manuka honey from New Zealand. Manuka honey has a particular healing property in it. Anyway, we got, he bought this honey and gave me some because he has it, he loves it. It has it's called a TGA rating. So this TGA rating means that it's got higher healing properties the higher the TGA rating is. So we got some of that. So I've been, oh, that's just nice in that cup of tea, I must say. Now this is really wibbly wobbly, but I don't care. I love it because embrace your imperfections. Embrace your cellulite. That's what I say. Embrace your everything. Anyway, so Lily and I, we made waffles. So I was with Huss at the shop and he bought me a waffle maker. I don't know why. I was buying it for myself, but he refused to let me buy it. That's just the way he rolls. Let's use another card. So now I, every day, have to make waffles to test out every different recipe. Why not? So Lily and I yesterday, we made spelt flour waffles. And spelt flour is an ancient grain before they started hybridising it and doing all their things. I wonder how we're going to put that down. I can probably just do a little sneaky hidden stitch with this one. We had spelt flour waffles with vegan ice cream, so vanilla ice cream but just non-dairy. Lily's vegan. We had stewed apples. We had a little bit of, there's this really lovely new non-dairy cream you can get, which is exactly like normal cream, but it's made out of coconut. Anyway, it's really delicious. So we had some of that. I know what I think I might do. I might just make it an obvious line around the edge. Why not? Spelt pancake, waffles, applesauce, cream and ice cream. How good. Okay. With cinnamon, of course. So that was delicious. But I really want to try and start to make a couple of like savoury waffles. So it might be fun to do something like corn waffles, or I was thinking, I mean, you could put spices in and a bit of salt and make it a savoury waffle, and then put a topping on the top, couldn't you? That's a savoury one, like what you might put in an omelette, like maybe some onions, zucchini, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's what we did yesterday. And of course in Melbourne it's the Melbourne International Film Festival. So that started last night, but there was nothing that I had got that Lily wanted to watch. So I've only got 4 movies out. I don't buy all of the film festival, but I love now that they have the film festival online, so it's really good because you can just get whatever you want and watch it within a 2-week period at any time. So it's wonderful. You can still embrace the film festival and be part of it. I actually just, sometimes I really enjoy getting out and about amongst people, but other times I think, you know what, it's still cold, it's still winter, I'm happy to watch the movies at home in the comfort of my own home. Don't have to be surrounded by people. I can get up when I want to, I can pause if I want and go to the toilet, make some popcorn. So I think Huss and I'm going to go and pick him up because he had a car accident, everybody. He's fine, don't worry. Just a little car accident that wasn't his fault. A lady ran into him and he has to get his car fixed. So I'll go and pick him up and he can come and watch a movie. And we can, I don't know, so we're still trying to work it out. In Somali culture, the women cook. The men usually provide the money for the food and the women cook. So we're still working it out because I said to him, there's no way I am going to be, at this age, someone that sits there waiting on a man hand and foot. And he's like, okay. Oh dear. Does the poor guy even know what he's in for? Like, I love to cook and I do cook and I will cook, but I will not be someone that cooks 24/7 for someone else when I don't even feel hungry. That's just how it goes. Sorry if no one likes that. Right, I like this. I'm okay, I love cooking. I just don't want it to be, if it's expected of me, I'm not going to do well with that. If it's not expected and I do it because I want to, then that's very different. Anyway, as people who, like I'm 60, obviously, if you missed the memo about my birthday and not having a party, because of course we're in lockdown. My party had to be cancelled again. How is that? What on earth is going on about this? Now I'm deciding that I'm going to end up having to have a probably a picnic in the park in a month or something when it's hot, when it's spring and beautiful. We'll just have a picnic in the park. I think that's the only way to do it. Really. Disaster. It is a disaster. Now, just putting some French knots down there. Yes, so tonight, I don't know. I'll have to make him a waffle because he bought the bloody machine, didn't he? I don't mind. I don't mind doing that, really. Waffles, maybe a baked potato. Okay, you can tell I haven't had lunch. I'm talking about food again. Should I just rename this the food channel or something? Maybe. Anyway. Lazy daisy. Right. Focus. I'm going to do some straight stitches down here. Now I wouldn't mind just doing a whole heap of pretty different coloured ones, even overlapping each other over there. Maybe that's what I'll do. So we had, on the first day of lockdown here, I think it was maybe it was last night or it was the night before, as we went into lockdown, there was a great big march in the city. There's lots of people marching about these lockdowns. And honestly, in some ways, the way small businesses have had to close, you sort of do understand that people are upset about it. That's, it really is understandable. But I don't know that it proves anything. Anyway, a policeman was knocked to the ground and was belted up, punched up, whatever the phrase is. It's just like the horse thing in Sydney. It's a bit crazy, isn't it? It's a bit stupid. Even if it's a policeman, he's still a human being, and he's just trying to do his job. Right, we need more bright colours. Let's have a look. Yeah, a bit of bright yellow would be good. What's that? Don't really need it to be very long if it's just one flower, do we? Let's use one big thick one. There's one with a big eye. Yes, so there you go. In Melbourne today. Let's see if we can get some bigger petals happening on this. The only thing is that if anyone's watched me at a Christmas time, you realise that I get paid to work minding people's houses and pets if they're away on holiday. And I was booked next week to mind Barry, my favourite cat, but it means that they probably now won't get to go away, which means I lose out on some income as well. And I don't get to see Barry. He's a big fluffy ginger cat. Love Barry. Anyway. Hello, lockdown. needle's not as, it's got a good size eye, but it's a bit, it's a blunter one. It's probably a bit more like a cross stitch needle or something. Do like that bright colour though in there. So how's everyone else's parts of the world going with regard to COVID? I wonder. Tell you what, I'm expecting my housemate to just pack it all in and go back to America any moment. She's, because she was supposed to go to Darwin this holiday, but it's seeming that if our lockdown gets extended for the September school holidays, or, you know, close to that, she may not actually be able to do that either. And she will be mighty upset about that, I'll tell you. So I keep expecting her to just say, oh, I can't do it anymore, I'm going back home. She'll probably have her second vaccination and then just decide to go back. No one could have predicted it though, could they? No one could predict how this year would have gone. Last year and this year. Maybe really light pink. Let's do 3 strands. I think I'll use the slightly sharper needle. It's got a good size eye though, so that's good. I think I'd like to try a couple of those other ideas that Anne was drawing out on the bit of paper. I really like using a bit of the batting at the back. It really gives you a good base, doesn't it? It's all about the base. Okay. I've pulled that a bit tight. Get it through. There we go. Oh, let's put some French knots along the bottom there. Oh. Don't sew it to the tablecloth. That would be not a good idea. And one more. There's a lot of loose threads in this one today. Just another little one in the corner, little cute one. I don't know if I've got any little tiny weeny buttons like Anne used, but I do like that. But of course you can always just do a French knot in the middle. Let's see, let's do one. That's so cute. Little tiny pink one there in the corner. I'll try and do a big French knot. Do 5 wraps. There we go. That's cute. Oh my goodness, can't believe how much this is fraying. Sometimes we want it to fray and other times we don't. Looks like a little pearl. How cute. What if I have a little pink one in all of the centres? Oh, that's cute. That was a bit loose. I'll just going to secure it down. Give it a bit of a extra stitch. That's better. All right, I think that's cute. I can probably just keep going on and on, I imagine. What else can we do? Orange, we haven't used. Which one? It's very bright. That's a bit more muted. A bit more red in it. Oh no, that's too much. Maybe we need a dulled down orange, like a tanny orange. No, nearly. No. No. Bronze even. Oh. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. If I take your little things out of your box and you don't actually remember where they went, let's use some of that. That's very rusty. So fly stitch is also a chain stitch of a lazy daisy stitch of some description, isn't it? What about some like kind of, am I doing this the way I want to do it? Like almost like a little bunch of flowers or something. There's one. They're like little seed heads or something, aren't they? There's another one. Take them down to the same spot. What am I going to do in here? I think I'm just going to do a little French knot in the ball of each of these little seeds, and I'm using the blunt needle. That's not a wise decision. Not for French knots. That is definitely not the wise decision. Not convinced, but that's just how it is right now, unless I do something like that. Oh, you can't really see it. I was just going to say if there's a little line there, it might add a little bit more interest, but it's nearly invisible. Like a stamen or something. Not quite convinced about that at all. Okay. All right. I think a couple more French knots. I wonder. Maybe wide-mouthed lazy daisy. How does that sound? Rather than the two ends being close together. It's just like a little flower all on its own. All right, well, that's it for now. I'm going to go off and see if I think of any. I'll have a break, finish my cup of tea, and see if I think of anything else that can be added to it and show the end results at the end. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.